often we forget, faith without working. Mortis.
Over the course of the internet's lifespan, we have come to know these certain types of individuals who, thanks to their unique traits and outlook on life, have garnered a decent amount of infamy. These are typically people who put out very crucial and private information about themselves in the one place any sane person wouldn't dare to upload. So in response to these actions, they quickly have become a figure of ridicule on the internet, and these people are referred to as lol cows. In simple terms, a lol cow is someone you can point to for a quick joke, or to simply remind yourself that your life might not be as shitty as you once thought it was, or you see it can be even worse. I've even seen some cases of people bettering their lives in response to seeing just how bad things could get if they didn't make the necessary changes, just out of fear of being like one of these people. And when you think about it, truly looking into the lives of these kinds of people should bring a feeling of remorse or pity for whatever situation they're going through. And in some rare cases people actually do, and they end up getting themselves involved in something they really had no business in to begin with. But nonetheless, it's thanks to their overbearing egos that help make it easier for people to mock and judge, rather than pity their existence. Take King Cobra JFS for example, someone who spends the majority of his time wasting his life away on camera, while getting drunk damn near every day. He hasn't had a girlfriend in years, and it appears that his own family rarely wants anything to do with him. But he clouds this pitiful form of living behind the delusion of being this bad boy goth rock star, who's gonna one day win the lottery even though he's never played it. And then he's gonna get to live in this fucking clock tower mansion that's gonna be 4 miles out of town, on 20 acres of land.
4 miles outside of town, on 20 acres of land.
And even though he rarely showers, absolutely refuses to brush his nasty ass boggling mouth, and makes no attempt to talk with the opposite sex in person, he truly believes that one day some big titty golf bitch is gonna magically appear on his front door one day. And when people, including some of his own family members, tries to shake him out of these falsehoods of being this weird gothic wizard nigga, he would rather just say fuck the trolls. And anyone who doesn't support this illusion of being something bigger than he actually is, well, they're just a hater, and they're jealous.
I'm like, if you loved me, you wouldn't be like, you're too drunk to celebrate. You would have taken me out to celebrate my birthday, but instead it's like, no, you're too drunk. You are a fucking loser. So now my dad's starting to sound like the fucking YouTube trolls that I deal with, and it's pissing me off. I'm like, I'm trying to have a loving, supportive relationship with my father, but I can't even do that. It pisses me off. And I'm like, you know what? If my dad doesn't want to take me out for my 31st birthday, all he has to say is, I hate my son. He's a fucking miserable piece of shit. He's more famous than I am, and I hate him, and I'm jealous of his fame. You think my dad would be proud that he produced a rock star YouTuber? Like, oh, hey, my son is the next Ozzy Osbourne. You'd think that would be enough. But it's not enough, dude. I'm being told on my own birthday, we don't want to celebrate with you because you're too drunk. That's how it is, dude. Like, oh, my son's autistic and I feel sorry for him. That's the only reason my dad supports me.
Now you see this type of behavior in a few other lol cows such as Darkside Phil, Wings of Redemption, Low Tier God, the list goes on. It's this belief of I'm not the problem, the people that's fucking with me are the problem. And the only reason they're trolling me is because they're just jealous that I'm more famous than they'll ever be. It's this weird coping mechanism they all seem to have. Now there always been this question of which lol cow would be the next Christian, who was regarded as the king of all lol cows. And some names have been thrown around, King Cobra JFS being one of the more popular options to replace the throne. But in my personal opinion, I think someone else is way more fitting of that crown. Someone who's just as batshit crazy as early Christian was, maybe even crazier than that. Someone who might be more delusional about his abilities than King Cobra himself. Someone whose ego is more inflated than DSP or Low Tier God. And the person I'm talking about is the king of Akron himself, Cyraxx. Nigga, what the fuck is that? Cyraxx. Now, how do I even begin to explain the type of individual that Cyraxx is? Well, to keep it simple, Cyraxx is a man of true fucking ambition. For starters, he can dance. He's an expert at martial arts. He's a pro-level e-racer.
And also, Dev, just ahead of time, bro, if my internet does cut, we're gonna have to restart. If my internet cuts, hopefully it doesn't. Shit. Crap. Alright, guys, I'm at the end of here. My internet's cutting out. Hold on. Tell Devin to start over because my internet's cutting.
And most importantly, he is a very talented rapper.
And you know it's true. You ain't nothing but a kid pretending to be a man. Why? See, when you fought me, you use your weight. You use your weight against me when I fall.
Cyraxx is a guy who's put himself in quite a few troubling situations throughout his years on the internet. Now I can sit here and do my best to comb through the history of Cyraxx and all the silly antics him and his trolls got up to, but that's not my focus for right now. Instead, I want to go over the recent arc that Chance Wilkins has narrowly escaped from. An event that caused a lot of controversy within his community, but produced some of the best Cyraxx content we've gotten in a while. So join me as we peer into the altercation that almost put Cyraxx behind bars. So before we begin to break down exactly what happened, I feel we need to get an understanding of why it came to this point in the first place. So like I said, Cyraxx is an insane person to follow. Ever since he first hopped on the internet, it's been nothing but a roller coaster thanks to the type of content he uploads, or his reactions to the trolling he receives on a daily basis. To best describe him, he's a jack of all trades, but a master of none. He uploads these shitty music videos and truly thinks that he's gonna blow up someday and have somebody offer him a record deal. He steals artwork from other people and posts them as his own. He wrote a book, even though that was stolen from something else too. And recently, he's even gotten into game development and trying to publish his own game. But nothing he's ever put out has been up to quality, but yet he still has the ego of a person who's gonna become famous, kinda like King Cobra JFS. But once you overlook all of the terrible attempts to gain notoriety from his artwork or streams, and start to look into the character of Cyraxx, you come to find that he is a horrible person. Whatever mental illness that he suffers from doesn't even begin to excuse all of the awful shit that he's done in the past few years. I'm not gonna get too deep into this cause we can be here all day, but just to give a list of examples as to what kind of person Chance Wilkins is, he physically assaulted his own grandmother for trying to stop him from meeting his catfish girlfriend, which landed him in jail for the first time. If that wasn't enough, even though she kept him around at her house, he keeps her up all night with his terrible rapping and arguing with the trolls. And when she asks him to keep it down or stop fighting with people, he would then turn on her.
I'm so sick of the haters fucking alone deep in the dark. Ain't no way I'm ever gonna fall in love, even though I don't know where to fucking start. What?
Knock it off!
Fuck you.
He sexually assaulted a blind kid in high school, and when the same kid confronted him about it years later, he tried to spin it as him being the victim.
No. Alright, so the thing with that Billy dude, me and him were underage, we were both teenagers, and we were both experimenting. I found out I wasn't into that shit, and it turned out he was, and yeah.
You know what? Actually, why don't you say what happened? Well, I'll tell you what Cyraxx said happened first. He said that you went over to go and play video games at your house because he said the power was out. And I mean, if you think it's the power or his brother, and he said the power, I'm going to go with the power. He said that he was up in your room and that he was lying face down, and you ripped his pants off and penetrated him.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to make a bit of a joke with this one.
Sure.
If I had done anything like that, he could have easily pushed me off because I only weighed about 100 pounds, if not 90. So there was, if that had ever happened, he could have easily just pushed me off. So there's no way in hell, even with the limited vision that I have,
sure,
that I would have done that kind of stuff. I'm not that type of person.
Yeah, I've always said it was like a dark room, with your visual impairment.
Yes, because this was during the night that it happened. So it was about probably, I want to say maybe early spring, maybe late spring, if not early fall. I can't remember, unfortunately, with that. But my room always got really warm during the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
And, so we were up in my room, it was late at night, probably 1 o'clock on a weekday. And, when it gets hot, guys tend to take off their shirts and everything, that kind of stuff, just to keep cool.
Sure.
So I did that, didn't really think much of it. It was just keeping cool. And, I do scaredly. Sorry about the details being a little funny.
That's more than fine.
But I just remember, I was either on my belly on the floor, or I think I was searching for something. And the next thing I know is I'm in a doggy style position, and basically my pants and underwear come off, or at least down to the ankles, and he basically gets behind me and just starts rubbing himself on my ass, basically. No penetration, but I want to say it was probably just a way to get himself erect. Who the hell knows? Sure. And then he flipped me onto my back, or at least moved me onto my back, and ended up sucking and jerking me off until I ended up ejaculating. And he seemed to have enjoyed that, because when I was about ready to ejaculate, he had said something along the lines of, "Oh yeah, I can hear it."
I mean, I'm sorry. There's a lot to process here.
He also physically and verbally abused his girlfriend Heather and almost put hands on her on stream.
What? I can't even talk to her like a normal person.
What? Hush! Hit me and I'm gonna fucking knock your lights out.
Jenny, you're fucking like you're right there.
Brian, you need to go home, Heather.
I would not
come here.
And when her brother Michael got her out of this strange house of horror, he physically assaulted him as well.
And Michael, yes, I do blame you, motherfucker. I do blame you. You and Ricky both are to blame for her leaving me. Why do you think I socked you in the motherfucking face? Cause you deserved it, you little pussy bitch boy. If y'all wanna know what this motherfucker did, the other day, now keep in mind, me and Heather had equal access to each other's stuff. I went on her computer to check her messages for her like I do from time to time, which she flat out told me many times over, I have the same rights to access her computer as she does mine. I have nothing to hide. Neither did she. So I go on there to see if anybody messaged her because she was busy doing whatever. And then what do I see? Michael Crocker sending Heather a message telling her, oh, you should leave him. You should leave him. And then Heather typed in there, oh, I'm thinking about telling him, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, Michael, you're to blame, you little pussy bitch. You're the one to fucking blame.
So it was pretty much guaranteed that trolls were gonna get attracted to such an unstable person with such a short fuse. And one of these trolls, a woman by the name of Kate, did a little sting operation that shined the light on the worst part of Chance that he will constantly deny to this day. She pretended to be a 14-year-old girl and texted Cyraxx, letting him know numerous times that she was underage. And while Cyraxx, who was 31 at the time of this, told her that he didn't mind her age and sent her very mature rated photos and videos of himself. And once these messages were exposed to the public, any minuscule amount of sympathy, any remorse that you could possibly feel for him, was gone. Chance had committed one of the most horrible acts on the internet, and it was trying to ruin the innocence of an underage girl. And I'm just thankful that it was a decoy, cause I couldn't imagine the reaction a real 14-year-old girl would have to seeing his scribbled up goblin penis. That thing looks infected. I mean seriously, don't try to look it up unless you really want to fuck your day up. And once Chance caught on to what just happened, he came out with numerous excuses to deny the fact that he was a predator. One of them was saying that he didn't know her true age, despite the clear evidence of the chat log saying otherwise. Another was that this was all just a setup by Kate to ruin him. But my favorite excuse is a recent one, where he pretty much admits to taking part in the inappropriate chat with a minor, but it's okay due to the age of consent in Ohio being 16 years old, even though the girl he was chatting with was 14. And no matter what the age of consent is, it's still pretty creepy and shameful for a man in his 30s to be talking with a girl who's still in high school.
Right there. Now, let's type in my state. Boom. Once again. So, all y'all motherfuckers out there saying that I'm this, saying I'm that, shut the fuck up. Like, because Kate knew what she was doing. She claimed to be 18, and then 16, and then 14. So, you.
And shortly after he was exposed, it was revealed that he was communicating with another underage girl named Chloe, who he met through doing charity work. So in response, the trolling only got more severe. His address was doxed, people were showing up to his house, they were stealing things from his porch, they were calling his grandmother's phone trying to speak with Cyraxx. And this was clearly getting the chance, the fact that he was finally able to attract an audience, but not the kind of audience he was hoping for. But little did we all know that things were about to reach its boiling point on June 25th, 2023.
Nah, let it happen, let it happen. Yo, beat his ass, dog. Fuck it, beat his ass, dog. Hey, beat his ass, bro. Beat his ass. Fuck it, beat his ass. Beat his ass. Nah, beat his ass, dog. Shit. You got a baseball bat on you, bro. Beat his ass.
Hey, Cat, come on.
Beat his ass, bro.
to. Hey, Michael.
No. Stop with bombarding me with people to talk to. What is the 911? What is it?
8 motherfuckers just showed up at my house and tried to attack me and my family.
Okay, well, why don't you call the police?
We did. They're here right now. But dude, this has gotta fucking stop. We gotta do something to put a stop to this.
Why?
They showed up at our house and tried to attack me.
How did they try to attack you?
Signs, all kinds of yeah. You know your social? I got it on hand. Hang on. Passport as soon as possible so I can get the fuck up out of here. Because the guys outside are wanting to press charges, even though they antagonized.
Hey, wait a second. Wait. 8 guys showed up at your house, and what did they do? They tried to attack your family, but they want to press charges.
Basically, what happened was they stepped on our property, would not back. There was like 8 of them. A couple of them stepped onto our property with signs protesting. Ed told them to back off. So I went to grab the bat because, we're allowed to protect our property. They wouldn't leave. I gave them a warning to back off and to get off They wouldn't do it. And as I went to swing to get one of the guys off the property, right when he grabbed the bat, his feet was on the sidewalk where our property line ends.
What? But you said you never hit him.
Yeah, I didn't make contact, but what he did was he grabbed, he held his hand out to grab the bat.
Okay.
A YouTuber by the name of Aware of Myself decided that online trolling wasn't enough. He needed to go out and personally let everyone know how much of a weird nigga Cyraxx truly is. So he made a sign that labeled Cyraxx as a predator, so that other people in his neighborhood could know of his crimes, not just the people online. And when he set up shop right outside of Chance's house, to say that him and his family were upset about it would be an understatement. So after having enough of having his name slung through the mud, Cyraxx came out like the civilized individual he is, wielding a baseball bat, and tried to convince Aware of Myself that he's not the person he thinks he is. But things quickly took a turn for the worse, and after a few swings of the bat, Aware of Myself managed to grab the weapon. And I love the look of absolute terror on the face of Cyraxx when he grabbed the bat. It was at that moment he realized that at any point, Aware of Myself could take that bat away from him and whoop his ass. And it also goes to show just how weak Cyraxx really is, that he couldn't take the bat away from a guy who's holding it with only one hand. Now, despite having the clear ability to hit a home run on Chance's cranium, he would rather keep his hands to himself and let Akron PD deal with the situation. And they did. So later that day, we got, in my personal opinion, the best moment in Cyraxx history. This tops the Marty beatdown by a mile, due to the hilarious meltdown Chance had over getting arrested. What you about to see is a man who is over 30 years old, crying like a first grader getting sent to the principal's office.
21. Good. Hey, Chance, we're gonna have you turn around, put your hands behind your back for me, okay?
Why?
What's that?
Why?
Because you're under arrest.
Why? Listen, can I talk to you guys for a minute?
Relax.
What?
Stop, Chance.
Why?
Relax.
Calm down.
Mom, please
Relax.
please.
Stop. Calm down.
I'm scared.
I know you are.
Mom, please. Please.
Don't scream. Chance. Get taken care of.
I'm scared.
What is he being arrested for?
Assault.
Why? They were on our. Can I show you something?
We've been told that we can protect ourselves here.
Yes, we can.
We've got a witness that said
No,
that.
listen, I
Chance,
have.
let him talk.
Can I?
We've got a witness, one of your neighbors that said that
Can I
they saw
show
Chance
you?
go out onto the
Can I
sidewalk
show
and
you
strike this
something?
man.
Sir, before you arrest me, can I please show you something?
What do you got to show me?
These guys threatened me.
Okay.
I have proof.
Okay.
Please.
You still can't go out onto a sidewalk and strike
Listen,
somebody with a baseball bat.
listen, sir. Can I be
Is there
honest?
anything you need to keep?
Sir, can I be honest with you for a minute, please?
Please. You got shoes?
Sir, can I please just go? I swear to God.
This is fucked up.
Sir,
This is fucked up.
Sir,
Yes,
can I please?
allowed to do whatever the fuck they want to.
Sir, can I please, can I ask you something?
We've been asking you guys for help for a long
I
time.
understand. I've been out here dozens and dozens of times.
Sir, can I please, can I make a deal with you, please, sir?
You can't make deals, Chance.
You got shoes, Chance?
Mom, please.
Chance.
I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. Listen, I protected myself.
Chance.
You don't understand.
I understand, Chance.
No, you don't.
Chance, come on.
No, you don't.
Take him with you. Okay.
Listen.
Tell him to get the fuck out of here.
Turn.
We'll tell him. Chance, turn around.
Turn.
Sir, I have been trying to.
Turn.
I have been trying to. Ed, help me. Ed.
Help you, man.
Ed. Ed.
Chance, come on now.
They're gonna lock me up if I help you.
Ed. Help. Why? Can I please talk to you? I want help. That's all I want.
Hey, Chance, do you have shoes?
Yes, he has shoes.
Where are the shoes?
Sir,
It's tight. I can't
Chance, where are your
get the
shoes?
bracelet off.
I want to know some. Ah!
Chance, stop.
Hey, stop it.
Please, sir, can I talk to you for a minute? Please. I have something to show you.
Well, say it.
These people made death threats towards me, and I have proof. I have proof that one
let
of
me
your
show
own.
you one they made on me tonight.
Yeah, my partners said he
No,
saw it.
Mom,
Are you
grab-
ready to him? Okay, but there's no way for us to prove that that was him.
21. I have a 39.
Okay, so we have to go.
Mom, get my phone and show them, please.
We're gonna tell him to leave. Okay.
Mom,
but
get my phone and show them,
he has the
please.
right to be on the sidewalk.
No, that's our
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Mom, call Karen right now. Ed, call Karen right now.
Okay. Anything in your pockets, Chance? You got shoes?
No, can we stay here and talk? No, I want you, please.
No, Chance.
And you guys gotta take him out in front of him, right? That's fucking bullshit too.
Can you make him leave before you take him out?
We'll make sure that he's okay. Okay.
We don't want this on camera.
Okay.
I don't want
we
to.
Because this is what they're doing.
We can't stop that. Though.
Yes, you can.
No, we can't.
Yes, you
No,
can.
we cannot stop.
Chance, stop.
Mom, please, Ed, call Karen right now. Please call somebody to stop this.
Nobody
gonna stop it. They gotta take you no matter what. Anybody steps in, they're gonna take them too.
I don't know where his shoes are.
Can
Where's
I
your
put?
shoes at, Chance?
Chance, where are your shoes? Chance, where's your shoes? Chance, you don't want to go barefoot. I promise you that.
I don't want
They can wear my slippers.
No, Mom, please help me. Mom,
I can't do anything, Chance. I've been telling you.
Sir, listen,
Get these on your feet.
Chance,
I
step
want
in.
to know.
Chance, step in.
I want to know something, please.
Chance, put the slippers on.
Put
You don't want to
the
go
slippers on your
barefoot.
I don't. Listen. Mom, please help me.
Come on.
Please save me.
I will go to court for you.
I want to know something. Why didn't you guys do anything before when I screamed for help? I screamed for help and you didn't do anything.
Put him in special holders because he's so small.
I screamed for help.
I don't know what the county will do.
I screamed for help so many times.
Yes,
Why didn't you help us?
All right, Chance, we're walking out.
Mom, I love you.
I love you too.
That's it. Let it all out. Let it all out, Cyraxx.
I want to know why you did this to me.
Because you're a child predator.
He is not a predator.
Okay, well, tell that to the evidence that speaks.
Do you have anything?
Actually, this is public. Yeah, this is public. Yeah, I'm just public. Sir, will you
gotta go.
You need to keep him away from me.
You gotta go.
You're gonna go to jail too, Ed?
You're gonna get that.
You're gonna go to jail too? This is public.
I want you to know that.
This is public.
That right here ain't.
This is a public sidewalk.
You do know that.
Back up.
Don't make it worse. Come on.
I tried to scream for help.
Okay.
Can I ask you something? Why didn't you guys try to help me when I screamed for help?
I don't know when you're referring to.
help.
All the time I
You just
screamed for
over there.
help.
All right, Chance, over there. Step in.
I'm sorry that this happened, but I screamed.
When they arrest you for being a pedophile.
Not much was known about Aware of Myself before he got into the Cyraxx community, but what he did quickly got the attention of everyone involved. The overall reaction to Cyraxx getting arrested was a bit split between the community. On one hand, people were very happy to see Cyraxx finally be reprimanded for his actions. On the other, people were legit upset that Cyraxx had been taken away and could possibly be facing jail time, which would mean there wouldn't be any rage content to milk out of him. One of these trolls who would be the most upset about this outcome was the man himself, Music Biz Marty. Now for those who don't know exactly who this person is, He's basically the Clyde Clash or the almighty Tevin of the Cyraxx community. The main guy that follows Cyraxx, and the main guy that Cyraxx blames for his downfall in life. He is the guy responsible for all the great freakouts that have made him a notable figure in the Cyraxx community. But even though many people tend to praise Marty, and think of him as some sort of king, other people see Marty as nothing more than a glorified A-logger, a person who invests too much of their personal life into a log cow, and will go to great lengths, risking possible jail time just to fuck with them for internet clout. And this will perfectly describe Marty, as it's speculated that he quit his job just to make fucking around with Cyraxx his full-time gig. Marty's most accomplished moment was when he drove 8 hours down to Akron and rented an Airbnb just to stake out Cyraxx so they could finally settle things on a more personal and direct level. He had planned to do this with Chance twice before, but since Cyraxx is pretty much an overall coward, he couldn't bring himself to confront Marty on both of those occasions. Now I wouldn't put it all on Marty, as Cyraxx has continuously dared Marty to come to his house to beat his ass. But in all reality, Chance just wanted to set Marty up so he can get arrested by the police upon his arrival. Now, was it funny to see Cyraxx get his ass beat? Yes, it was. Was it deserved? Of course. But I think it's worth asking yourself, am I getting too personally involved with a guy on the internet to drive 8 hours just to whoop his ass? Maybe. This isn't the only thing that will put Marty under the category of an A-logger, as he was sending food deliveries, scrappers from Craigslist, and even the Akron PD to his house all on stream. Now this is just to give a general idea how Marty is, and the links that he would go to just to fuck with Chance. I'm not gonna dive that deep into the lore, as Marty and Cyraxx have been going at each other for a decent amount of time now. You just need to know that Marty is pretty much obsessed with going after Cyraxx, so he wasn't a big fan of the idea of Chance being locked up. And he let his opinions about Aware and myself be known on stream, about how the guy was a loser, and how he got his ass kicked by Cyraxx.
I don't know what what was his reason for even being out there in the first place? I don't know. I'm curious. He never said it, but that's okay. You're in safe harbor. Okay. Yeah. So okay. Hey, what's your badge number? What's your badge number, dude? What's your badge number? I guess you're jealous. Okay. I guess they figured that you're jealous because he's able to get Cyraxx arrested. So here's my stance on it. Cyraxx, or at least was entertaining, and now that he's gone, he's not. But truthfully, I've been off him ever since I bashed him in the face, ever since I punched him in the face. But let's look at the fight here. Honestly, let's look at the fight here between these guys. He had every opportunity to punch him in the face, and he didn't. As a matter of fact, he got beaten up. Let's be honest here. Cyraxx beat him up. Marty could easily have him arrested. Why would I? Because, I'll tell you why not. Because I'm not an activist. I don't pretend that I make any sort of difference. I don't think that any of this is worthwhile. I don't think that any of this is benefiting anybody. I mean, other than myself. You know what I mean? But that's besides the point. This is not worthwhile. This is not benefiting anyone ever. It's a jerk off. It's a waste of time. Come on, what do you? If this guy believes that he's an activist and is changing the world, I gotta say it. He's delusional as fuck. Okay, he's out of his mind, and that's okay. And if anyone know we're heroes, yeah, no, you're right, actually, George Lucas, you're right. So let's go with that. Let's go with that for sure. Let's go with that. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. So let's go stand out. Let's go stand out somebody's home and yell names at them all day long. And let's pretend that we're doing it for the greater good, not for our pockets. Okay. I'm not going to do that. You people are smarter than that. All right. All you people are very smart and very bright and very wise. Okay. You're very wise. All of you, that's not the case, but I will say this. The dum-dums are too stupid and indigent to actually affect my life. So I need to stop catering to you, acting like your opinion matters, because truthfully, they don't. They're not gonna be able to ask for their mom's debit card. Hey, I need to give Marty $5. So why do I even consider what they say?
And during an interview with Aware of Myself, Marty joined in on the call and was throwing around some passive aggressive remarks towards him.
Oh yeah, so he swung a bat and you just caught it in your hand.
Well, yeah, he did. He got me once in the side here, right on my hip area, but it was nothing. And then I just grabbed it, and then I was holding it for a second, and then I picked my phone up off the ground. I was more worried about him hitting my phone. So I said, here, let me put my phone down. And then when I grabbed the bat, I picked my phone up off the ground while I was holding the bat, and then I started roasting his scabs. And I held
word on the street is the reason the footage hasn't been released is because Cyraxx kicked your ass.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah. Yeah, Cyraxx beat my ass. He beat my ass super bad. I cried about it. Like I said, I'm on mobile. My original phone broke, so if anybody's sending me stuff on Cash App, I won't be able to acknowledge it until I get my phone fixed. I had to buy a new phone this morning. I sent the footage to my associate. What's that?
Pay for your hospital bills.
Yeah, the hospital bills. Yeah, my emotional, my trauma, my therapy. So I, oh shit, I forgot what I was saying.
That's concussion.
So anybody who sends me anything on Cash App.
So this soured a lot of people's attitude towards Music Biz Marty. They were seeing him as a grifter, someone who didn't want to share his log cat with anyone else. They were also mad because it seemed like Marty really didn't want any justice done to Cyraxx, that he needed a chance to be a part of his streams because he was his cash cow, since he profited a lot from his Cyraxx content. People were also seeing him as a hypocrite, as he judged Aware of myself for traveling down to Akron for the sole purpose of fucking with Cyraxx, despite him doing the exact same thing on 3 separate occasions. And in return, this made Marty become more antagonistic to the community that once adored him. So while Chance was dealing with his legal issues, Marty would set up streams to debate and berate the people who disagree with his outlook on the situation.
He's back, dude. He's back. So I'll say this. The whole Reddit community supporting this little fag boy that got beaten up. You're all retarded. You're all autistic. Just go away. I guess Chris Chan's back. So these new people, they're the reason that Chris Chan got shitty. Instead of ruining Cyraxx, why don't you go back and make Chris Chan shitty again? Why don't you go back and make Chris Chan shitty again? Go do that. Go play with Daniel Larson. Go do that. Just stay away from here because Cyraxx is great. As long as you people stay away, Cyraxx will be great. And that's the facts. As long as you meddlers don't interfere, Cyraxx will be great. Go away and just watch. Instead of meddling, why don't you just watch and enjoy it instead of getting your stupid little retarded autistic mitts on what I think is the greatest internet character of all time. Okay, you don't have to like me. I'll tell you this, I certainly don't like you. And I'm not going to pretend to be your friend. I'm not going to acknowledge you. I think you're retarded. I think you're autistic. You should know you're autistic. I'm sure all you've been diagnosed. But just stay away. Just watch. Just watch. Go and suck off CVG. Okay, that's fine. I don't care about that. Go and do it. I don't mind. You can like whoever you want to like. I don't care that you don't like me. But just let this be great. Okay? Just go ahead and let this be great. You're not making this good. I'll tell you this. You're making this terrible. The fact that people have to suffer from content droughts because you want to play video games with him and be buddies with him all day. I'm sorry, but what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? If your goal is to look, I'll say this as well. If you want to, if it's very important to you to be a part of the Cyraxx lore, it's just not going to be. You'll be remembered as the people that made this terrible. Okay? And it doesn't have to be terrible. It doesn't have to be awful. It doesn't have to be weens and A-logs making this shitty. It could be great. The only reason it's not great is because of you. Now think about that. And I don't even expect you to answer, but just think about that. You're the reason that Cyraxx has become shit. How do you sleep at night? If you enjoy Cyraxx, how do you sleep at night knowing that you're the reason this is shit now? It doesn't have to be like this. It just really doesn't. CVG drop dead. Okay, I'll say this. You're a fag. I I don't know. Like it's really whatever to me.
Most of these people were from r/musicbidsmarty, a Reddit page dedicated to making fun of Cyraxx. Oh hey, it's taken down. That's kinda weird. It was even speculated that the links to join his Discord for a debate would also be honeypots to get the user's personal information to dox them. Some of his Discord leaks kinda prove this, as his still remaining fans will often try to dox the people on Reddit. Now a lot of these streams have been taken down and removed, most likely from Marty himself, but the damage was pretty much already done. The Reddit page named after him had completely turned on him, and there was even people in his own Discord who was leaking out messages. These messages basically consisted of his followers wanting to go to war with the Reddit page, and the people on Kiwi forums who was also mocking his sudden downfall. Marty's disparaging views of the Cyraxx community didn't just stop with the fans. He was also going after other people who was making content on Cyraxx as well. One of these people being Bay Shaman, who took the response in stride and mostly just laughed it off. There was also that instance where he called Noel, the founder of the website Kiwi Farms, a predator, just for mentioning him on his stream.
Marty, did you hear Noel was talking shit about me the other day? No, I mean the guy's a pedophile.
Why does anybody care what he says?
It's like he's a guy that like runs Kiwi Farms. Like I'm sending the address now. Ooh, risky.
And now people were starting to see Marty for the person he truly was. Some people even going as far to say that Marty was a lolcow himself, or that he was even comparable to Cyraxx. The views on his live streams were slowly dropping as his content became less Cyraxx focused. And I should mention that at the time, Marty was doing this buddy troll with another lolcow that goes by the name The White Bowser. Now the White Bowser is another deep rabbit hole all on its own, but not to stray too far off topic, I'll cut to the point and tell you that the White Bowser is also a confirmed predator, and in his case, he's even worse than Cyraxx, as he allegedly sexually assaulted one of his underage female co-workers. Kiwi Tapes has a really good video giving a great idea as to what kind of person the White Bowser is, so I suggest you check that out if you want more information. Nonetheless, Marty does his usual thing, which is buddy trolling. He pretends to be the White Bowser's friend in order to gain his trust, only to then turn on him and call him out on stream to get a decent reaction. The only problem was that Marty was playing into the buddy trolling for far too long, to the point where people couldn't tell if he was really defending the White Bowser's actions unironically. And if it wasn't bad enough, Marty allegedly went on to raise over $1,000 to give to the White Bowser, which was pretty much the final nail in the coffin for how people were now looking at Marty. And this was sparking an outright civil war in the Cyraxx community. You were either on the Aware Myself side and truly believed that it was time to see Cyraxx face justice, or you was on musicbidsmarty's side, who thought Aware Myself was a shitty A-logger who messed up everything. Now in my personal opinion, I was fine with either action playing out, because I never try to get myself personally involved with someone else on the internet. I think if it gets to the point where you find yourself traveling to another city just to beat up or protest in front of somebody's house, then maybe diving into the lolcow universe just isn't for you. Now a lot of shit Darkseidfield says and does sometimes pisses me off, but not to the point where I want to go out and actually fuck with him. Then I'll just be crossing over into the Sons of Kojima territory, and nobody wants to be like Sons of Kojima. Now I know I'm not doing myself any favors by shining the light on this particular part of the lore. I imagine Marty and his little circle won't have the nicest words to say about me if they ever watch this video. But I'm not gonna negate the facts or sugarcoat anything just to spare the feelings of someone else. If it happens, then I'm gonna do my best to cover every detail, regardless of who I'm talking about. So in conclusion, just remember that we're mainly all in this just to have a laugh. And please don't get in your feelings over internet shit, cause you might just end up becoming a lolcow yourself. Now that we're done talking about the Marty situation, it's time to get back to the main guy himself, and what exactly happened to him after his arrest. Well, Cyraxx is bailed out by his grandmother Sally after spending the night in jail, which makes his meltdown just a few hours earlier all the more funnier and pitiful. And since Cyraxx is borderline obsessed with the internet and what people are saying about him, the first thing he did when he got home was post a video doing his best to defend his name.
It's because I'm that man. When he showed up here, harassed and attacked my family. After rallying and riling up half my neighborhood and coming here to harass us and my family. And you know what's sad? If the cops would have done their fucking job, this could have all been prevented. All this started because the police would not help us. My family has reached out over 113 times for help, but nothing got done. And now, as a result of them not helping us, I'm now in a court case. So yes, I do blame the police for what happened that day. If they had done their jobs and actually looked into this situation, this whole thing could have been prevented. Him coming here could have been prevented. All the shit that went down could have been prevented. But because of the cops not taking my family seriously and acting very unprofessional, I had to take matters into my own hands. And I'm sorry, but when you show up to my house and harass my family, and you sit there and antagonize them and get in their face while you're on our property, and we tell you to leave and you don't leave, that gives us every right to do what we did. I did not physically hit that man with the bat. He caught the bat and grabbed it away from me. That does not constitute simple assault. That is not assault. If I hit him, then yes, that's assault. But this man sat there a few weeks prior and threatened to shoot up my family. Threatened to shoot up me. And when he showed up, I had every right and reason to do what I did.
After this, Cyraxx had to appear for court on July 3rd, 2023, and had to show up for another hearing on July 24th. Footage of his court appearance was captured by a guy named Drader, who showed up to his hearing in person.
Wait till he goes home and sees this shit online. You think, you little creep. Ooh, Sally has on them tight stretch pants. Look at him. Look at him. Scabby head. You thought you were gonna escape us, huh? So you thought that if you got here super early, we weren't gonna be able to find you? Huh? Yeah, it doesn't work like that, scabby head. Told you guys I'd come through for you. So what do you guys think? You guys liking it? You loving it? I'm standing right here like in front of him doing this shit too, and he ain't gonna do nothing. You come up in my face, get violent, you're gonna get your ass beat right in front of the fucking safety building. I don't give a fuck.
His official court date was set for August 22nd, 2023. But things started getting a little bit crazier as Cyraxx awaited his court date. This guy actually called the police over to his house just to ask them why they didn't arrest Aware and myself for being on their property, even though it was stated to him numerous times that the sidewalk is not his property. And he continued to berate the officer for not doing their jobs, even though he was wasting their time with a pointless argument. And this isn't just a one-time occurrence. Cyraxx has called the police to his house on numerous occasions, with some stupid request to arrest the people who were trolling him on the internet. He has done this so much that the police in his city has labeled him a 43, someone whose calls to the police shouldn't be taken seriously, as he's only wasting their time with something that's completely out of their hands. And it's thanks to these aimless calls that an uneasy relationship began to form between Cyraxx and the Akron PD, to the point where he openly verbally abuses them for not doing what he wants. And you can clearly see that whenever they have to visit Cyraxx and his family, they look very impatient. Now, I don't know what he truly expects out of doing something like this. Does he truly think that these police officers can punish a person who lives in a whole other state? The only thing they could offer him is telling him to get off the internet. But since he's so addicted to screaming at random people for simply making a few jokes about him, he never takes this offer into consideration. Well, the reason why I love this particular visit so much is that the officer that showed up has absolutely no patience in dealing with Chance's bullshit as he yells through his screen door. I shouldn't forget to mention that the officer also calls him Chase instead of Chance, which is also pretty funny to me.
Yes, sir.
Hey Chance, how's it going, man?
Doing good. I don't know if you guys know now, but there's some stuff going on.
I do know. I do know. Oh, this morning?
No, like about a week and a half ago.
Okay.
This guy, he came from another state, and inside, but this guy incited a riot by riling up half of our neighborhood, coming down here onto our property, and I was protecting our property, and yet I was the one to get arrested. And I want to know why the hell your guys' officers aren't doing your jobs and having that guy get out of here. I should not have been arrested. He should have been...
Well, Chance, okay, we can talk about this if you want, okay?
Yeah.
Where were you arrested?
I was on our property when I...
Tell me, show me.
I was right there in the driveway, right there.
In the driveway?
Yeah, he had came down here with our neighbors. There was about 8 of them. They showed up on our property and began harassing me and my family and put us in immediate danger. And when
How did he put you in immediate danger?
they were getting in our faces, and you can even ask when I said that.
So they came into your house?
No, they came onto our property. We were all outside at the time. They were getting in our faces and doing all kinds of stuff. And when we asked them to leave, they would not leave.
Were they in the grass or on the sidewalk?
Yeah, they were in the grass. The one guy that I swung at, he was initially in the grass on our...
Initially?
Yeah.
But not when you swung at him?
Yeah, no, when I swung at him, he caught the bat with his hand, and that's when he stepped on the public property. He initially was on our property when I swung.
Well, listen, I wasn't here. I didn't arrest you, okay? We've talked. This is probably the 4th or 5th time we've talked. Do you remember me at all?
Yeah, but what I want to know is...
so this is what I'm going to tell you, okay? Even if you're outside in your own yard, having your own time, okay? If somebody comes over, the best and safest thing to do is to go inside and call the police.
And we did that. We tried calling you guys.
Okay, but listen. Apparently you didn't if you came outside with a
Oh,
bat.
yeah, we did. We tried calling you guys several times.
Okay.
We called y'all several times.
Okay, I wasn't here, okay? But you decided to go outside with a bat and swing it at somebody. Is that right?
Actually, it is because I have a right to protect my property and my family.
Okay.
He's not from around here.
I understand that.
But what I want to know is why are you guys not doing your jobs and going after these people? Your guys' job is to serve and protect.
Hey,
but yet
Chase.
you guys aren't doing
Chase,
anything.
have I ever done anything to you? Have I ever done anything to you, Chase? Have I ever not arrested somebody for you? Have I ever not taken a report for you?
Yeah, what I want to know is
listen
why
to me.
are you guys not
Listen
looking
to
into
me.
these people?
Okay, every situation's different. Maybe you don't have the proper information when you call.
Oh, we do. We got all the proper information.
Just because you say that this is Joe Smith on Discord doesn't mean that we can send out an arrest warrant or arrest somebody just because that's what you say.
How hard is it to call another district, call another state? 'Cause I know you guys are connected. I know y'all.
We're not as connected as you think.
Actually, you guys are. I'm not stupid.
Okay.
All you guys
I know you're not stupid, but
all
we
you
are.
gotta know, listen, all you guys gotta do
Okay.
is
Do you
call
need
up
anything
to-
from me, man? Because if you want to sit here and argue, I'm not going to do that. Okay? I'm not going to waste my time arguing
no,
with
I'm not
you.
gonna sit here and be
Did you
false
call
and-
for a specific reason?
Yeah, because I want to know why the hell this dude didn't get dealt with.
I wasn't here, Chase. How am I supposed to know that? You're sitting here yelling at me, who you called for help,
Yeah,
and I
how-
showed up to help.
But what I want to know is how many times does my family have to call about this?
Maybe until you
cyberbullying
start
shit?
taking advice.
Maybe you guys need to start doing your freaking job.
Okay.
My family has called over 113 times for you guys.
I know.
And you guys have done nothing to help. You guys have done nothing to help us. After we've called over 113 times for help, you guys have done nothing but let this continue. And this is the point that it fucking got to. And that's not right.
All right, man. See you later.
25.
After this, Cyraxx made a video talking about how he thinks his public defender is secretly trying to go behind his back, due to him not believing the made-up evidence Chase was trying to push on him. Also, another big factor that caused him to hate his public defender was him suggesting that he should stay off the internet until his trial was over with. And as we all know, anyone who gives Cyraxx any sort of helpful advice is going to be labeled as a hater. And he tries to push this narrative that Aware Myself was there to incite a riot and had his whole neighborhood outside his front door, when it's clearly shown that he was the only one standing outside. People didn't start showing up until you came out of your house like a retarded Negan from The Walking Dead and started swinging your bat with the full intention of injuring someone. Not only that, but the fact that only he was arrested that day shows that the police was a corrupt organization that was trying to get him locked away.
When me and my family went down to court today for the pretrial, my public defender blatantly refused to look at the video evidence and the photo evidence of this man on live stream waving around a semi-automatic rifle, gloating about how he was proud of what he did, how if he couldn't get me on some fake pedophile shit, he was going to get me for assault. And my public defender refused to look at the video footage that I've put together over the last 3 weeks on a USB stick to hand to him. He blatantly told us that he's not going to look at any video evidence, but only paper evidence. And that he only wants to focus on the simple assault. He's not worrying about the trolling or the bullying or what started all this. That's why I need help from outside states. I need somebody out there who knows a lawyer who is willing to help me and my family, because me and my family, we don't have money. We don't have money like that. We can't afford a lawyer. But my family wants a private attorney that is willing to work with us, that is not fake, that will not screw us over, that is not a fake troll, who is willing to work with us to not only put a stop to this case entirely, but to also put a stop to this corruption and what these police are doing. I only have 3.5 weeks until my next court date. I need help. My family needs help.
This again shows how deluded he can be and how far he's sunken into the me versus everybody mindset. He has lied so much in life that he really believes in these twisted versions of what actually happens, because in a twisted sense of reality, he needs to be the victim. And I believe the reason why he does this is hoping that one person will be dumb enough to pity him and offer some form of aid. But it's pointless, because it will only take a little bit of research to find out why everybody on the internet hates him so much. And what I find so funny is that after making these pity party types of videos, he'll all of a sudden post videos with this sudden surge of confidence and act like he's so untouchable.
Now, I got a little message for all y'all little trolls from a very good friend of mine from overseas. And this is somebody that's been watching me for a while now, and he reached out to me recently. And we're gonna call him, like, just to protect his name, we're gonna call him Jimmy. Now, Jimmy told me to give you, Marty, you, William, and all you motherfucking trolls a message. And that message is this. I got a motherfucker over in the UK, as well as his team all over the fucking world, that's coming after you motherfuckers to expose y'all for the shit y'all are doing. By the end of all this court shit, this is just the very beginning, bro.
This court shit, this is just the beginning of your guys' downfall. This is just the fucking beginning. Because I am winning this case. I am gonna win this shit. And after I win it, you motherfuckers are all gonna get exposed and you guys are gonna get shut down. And guess what? I'll be able to get my fucking life back that you sons of bitches took from me for the last 5 years. And all your victims, the people that you guys victimized, are finally gonna be able to fucking come out and say something against you motherfuckers. So to all y'all trolls, I say this. Sit and rotate, bitch.
And then it all cycles back to asking for help again. And that's basically Cyraxx in a nutshell. During this court saga, he has made a lot of these videos. Way too many to go through and analyze. But going back to Chase's court endeavors, it was shown by a post on William Glory Holt's channel that Cyraxx was indeed pleading non-guilty to assault, because of course he would. We also learned that his court date set for the 14th and 22nd of August had been cancelled, and would instead be going for a pre-trial on August 30th, 2023. Footage showed Cyraxx and his family along with their new lawyer walking out of court on this date, and we were told once again that Chase's official court date would be postponed yet again to September 27, 2023. But as we all waited in anticipation, hoping that something was finally about to happen to the Goblin, we got some disconcerting news. On September 29, 2023, we got a message from Aware of Myself on his community post, being informed that the charges that were being held against Cyraxx were going to be weakened to lesser offenses, whether Aware of Myself agreed to it or not. They were basically giving Chase a slap on the wrist, so after being fed up with having to pay for traveling fees and keeping up with multiple court dates, Aware of Myself decided the best course of action would be to drop the case entirely. And the overall reaction to this decision was exactly what he expected. People were angry that he didn't stay committed and finish what he initially started, while there were still some who understood that it wasn't worth it and figured the case was dead in the water anyway. The vocal majority made their voices heard. So of course, Aware of Myself basically deleted everything off his YouTube channel and walked away from the Cyraxx community. And this did him no favors, as the community that once supported him were now using him as a form of mockery.
What's up, guys? I'm really mad. Alright? This Aware of Myself guy. Man, how could you do this? How could you let us down? How could you do this, man? I'm ready to go protest. Aware of Myself. I got myself a sign here. Ready to go protest. Aware of Myself. Aware of Myself has failed. He's failed us, y'all. He's done us really bad today, man. I'm ready to go protest. Oh, man, we are activists. Okay, we are activists. My penis may be 6 inches long, but we are activists, alright?
Cyraxx, on the other hand, was seeing this as him beating the charges and winning the case, even though Aware of Myself voluntarily dropped the charges against him. But of course, due to Chase's inflated ego, he couldn't help but go on camera and gloat to all his detractors.
Move the fuck on, you douchebag. Go the fuck somewhere else and stop harassing me and my fucking family, you fucking piece of shit. You're just mad because I won that fucking case, bitch. You're fucking mad. Well, guess what? I don't give a fuck if you're mad. If anything, I laugh. And I bask in the fact that you're mad, that you're angry. You're angry that you didn't get your way.
And so I guess this is the part of the video where I get my closing thoughts about everything and try to find some morals in this crazy ass story. I guess this just reinforces the point that at the end of the day, you can point and laugh at these strange figures on the internet, introduce them to your friends and go down this weird rabbit hole together. But please, do not get yourself personally involved, because once you cross that line, you're gonna quickly find out that jumping on is a whole lot easier than jumping off.
Wow! That's my line! That's my line! That's my line! That's my line!
In the case of Aware of Myself, he was hoping to find some semblance of justice against Cyraxx, to hopefully find a way to lock him up for everything he's done in the past, and even had a good majority of the trolling community behind him. But as soon as things turned sour, he basically closed down everything to escape the overwhelming backlash he was receiving. He might have thought that he was going to be the one to finally give Chase exactly what he deserved. But of course, that's not how things worked out. We can't fully pin all the blame on Aware myself, since it appeared that the court officials weren't taking this case all that seriously to begin with. A big factor might have been due to the numerous calls made to the courthouse, or they were simply giving Chase a slap on the wrist thanks to his mental issues. You see, a lot of these cases where popular lawcasts have performed violent or scummy acts against society, but somehow escape the consequences thanks to the courts not wanting to deal with the public reaction, or just simply not having much interest in the cases they should have. And this, of course, leads to them avoiding any form of responsibility. And thanks to that, it will most likely lead to them repeating their mistakes in the future, especially in the case of somebody like Cyraxx, who is so out of touch with reality. But I guess until that day comes, where the city of Akron has finally had enough of Cyraxx and his antics, and finally decides to step up and do something about it, whether putting him in a group home or otherwise, he will always remain undetainable.
I'm telling you right now, Marty, you show up here anymore, I'm taking a baseball bat to your skull. That ain't no threat, that's a promise. You show up in my note, you show up at my doorstep, I'm beating your ass. I'm doing to you like I should have done you on Friday and taking a baseball bat to your fucking dome.